So this is the Sony ZvE1, one of the best vlogging cameras I have ever used. Like, for real. My Ninja, I've been rocking it since the day it came out, and there are just so many different hacks that I found out about it. But then one big thing that makes me regret even buying it. And now before we get into that though, in the meantime, I wanna go over the 7 hacks for the Sony ZvE1 so that you can start bringing the sauce. Now, the first hack that you absolutely have to take advantage of with the Sony ZvE1 has to be the ability to use APS-C lenses. Because my Ninja, if you've used any Sony camera, you will know, especially full frame, you will know that these lenses are expensive. And I'm just trying, look, I'm trying to be real. I'm gonna go ahead and save you the monies. Because the ability to use APS-C lenses on the Sony ZvE1 is a game changer. Only because the Sony ZvE1 is so small already. Popping an APS-C lens on it can really take advantage of its size and weight. Now, you can't use every APS-C lens, but there are some good ones that you can use, like the one I have on there now, which is the 10-18 Sony lens. It's extremely small, extremely light, it has a zoom, and the quality, the image quality out of it is boss. Plus, it has built-in stabilization, which a lot of the new Sony lenses don't even offer. So now, with active stabilization turned on, this is all the way wide at 10, and you can see a little bit of black vignetting on the outline, and it actually doesn't look too bad. It actually looks kind of, the feel looks nice, like it looks good. But if you just want to get rid of that, all you gotta do is punch in just to 12, and it's already gone. But tell me that ain't gangster. And now the next hack I found with the Sony ZvE1 has to be the ability to turn on and off like the Sony ZV1, which is just by closing the door or the screen. With the camera turned on, if you flip the screen and close it, it will automatically turn off the camera. But then if you open it, it will automatically turn on the camera. Boss! And now the next hack I've learned with the Sony ZvE1 has to be that you can actually use the AI tracking with basically anything. See, right now I have it set on me, myself, because I'm a boss, but I can also, if I want, I could tap my hand, have it go to my hand, rub my hand around, or if I want to get a nice tracking shot of like a building or something like that, I can also use the AI tracking function there as well. And all you gotta do is legit tap your screen on an object and yeah, let it track. Okay, now hack number, whoops. Hack number 4 for the Sony ZvE1 has to do with the clear image zoom, because if you go and shoot in 4K, you can only zoom in 1.5 times. But if you pop your camera into HD, you can then go zoom in 2 times. And now this is great when you need that extra sauce, because clear image zoom is by far one of my favorite features of the camera. You can basically zoom in and not lose any image quality. Like it's good. Ah, so much noise over here. What is going? Look at all that noise. Man, don't they know I'm trying to vlog? Okay, now I'm gonna be real. I don't know what hack we on, but this hack is more of a audio hack, and that is using the auto, like the AI directional microphone. Because I found out when turning the wind reduction completely off for the Sony ZvE1, the auto AI detection works extremely well. Matter of fact, this ain't even just a hack for the Sony ZvE1, it's a hack for all the mics and all the cameras. I have not used a camera yet that offers really good audio quality with the wind reduction turned on. Not one. They're all pretty bad. So go ahead and just turn it completely off, and just go ahead and purchase a wind muff or a windscreen, something. Like they're stupid cheap, and you will, I'm telling you, you will thank me later. Actually, matter of fact, this is not even a hack just for the Sony ZvE1. It's actually a hack for all microphones, because wind reduction just does not work. There's something that's happening that always messes up your vocals. Oh man, I don't know if you guys, ooh, it's so windy. And now the next hack has to do with something that I still feel like it's just way overblown, and that is overheating. Pimpin'. I have never had any overheating problems with the Sony ZvE1. I'm gonna say it flat out. I'm gonna just keep it real. But I know they do exist, so this hack is for overheating, and that is to maybe consider purchasing the fan. Like, there's a small fan that goes with the Sony ZvE1, fits perfectly in the back of the Sony ZvE1, and yeah, it apparently works extremely well. If you don't have the monies, pimpin', another way is to just open up all the doors on the Sony ZvE1. So if you're streaming, most likely we're seeing these cases when people are streaming, not even podcasting, because who podcasts in 4K 60? Like, ain't nobody podcasting in 4K 60. Look at Joe Rogan's podcast. You think he's shooting 4K? It's like 720p. No, but seriously though, if you are podcasting or streaming, just open up all the doors, the memory door, all the doors on the side, the battery door, and you will save yourself some money from getting a fan, and you will stop getting overheating issues. Pimping it, I promise. I promise. All right, now hack number 7, the last hack before I get into why I almost regret buying the Sony ZvE1. But this last hack is another one that has to do with clear image zoom, and that is stabilization. Because believe it or not, if you want to get just a little bit of extra reach besides the clear image zoom, you can also get that little extra reach by turning on active stabilization. So, perfect example is right now, I am here. If I turn in active stabilization, I get a little bit extra reach. Now, if I want a little bit more reach, I can press the zoom, and that pimping, there we go. That's sauce. And now I tend to use this method a lot because I don't want to punch in too much in post, only because you do lose image quality when like in post-production. And I found for me to limit that image quality loss, it's best to just do it in camera. So if I need a little bit of extra punch in, I'll just punch in on the camera. I'll either zoom. If I need that little bit more, I'll just go ahead and punch in using the stabilization as well as clear image zoom. All right, now those are all the 7 hacks. But with that said though, now we gotta spill the tea on why I almost regret buying it. Sony. The Sony ZvE1, the best vlogging camera in the world. Like, it is so good. But look, my ninjas, either there's a glitch in the matrix or I think the Sony ZvE1 has a problem. I haven't seen not one other person have this problem, but I had this problem. I had it twice now. The second time, I was actually able to catch it. The first time I just thought like, what? Nah. But then the second time I was like, okay, something's up. And look, there's nothing to do with overheating. The camera didn't even get hot. It has a problem. And I think the problem happens when shooting at 4K 60 while having the dynamic active stabilization turned on. Because while shooting in 4K 60 with dynamic active stabilization turned on, the camera will just kind of glitch out. I was just out hugging the block in Amsterdam, getting some B-roll shots. I pressed record and then I went to stop, and that's when the camera is like in an infinite loop of saving. Like, it's just looping on the memory card. You can't record nothing else. You can't power it off. You can't press any other buttons. It is just on an infinite loop of just saving. And you could see it on the save icon. Also, even if I turn it off, it's off. It's still on. Only way to get past it is you gotta take out the back. And I do have to say, there was no problem with the memory card. The memory card wasn't corrupted. There was no problem with using the camera. The camera works amazingly still. And I have looked around online and I have not seen anyone else point out this problem or even say they had this problem. And also, quick side note, I don't think it's from the firmware update, because the first time it happened in 4K 60, dynamic active stabilization on, and this was before I updated the camera. So I don't think it's I don't think it was with the firmware update. The update was not the problem. So, yeah. Okay, so I might be overdoing it. The Sony ZvE1 is still the best vlogging camera in the world. I mean, let's just be real. But that glitch is a bit strange, right? I mean, right? My ninjas, that is it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And my ninjas, I haven't said this in a minute, but if you want to buy me a coffee, don't be shy. The link is down below. But if not, no tea, no shade, because I ain't a hater. My hood never let me be a hater. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.